Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Um, Today I am going to be doing another history lesson. I know. So if you don't know what series is and you're just following it, it's the sixth part of a series called School Programs Good or Bad, which is where I rate school programs because I want to. Now, the first one we did, I actually got it pulled up here, but you know that, but the first video I ever done on this is IXL, and yeah, I did IXL. Then for episodes 2 and 3, I had to go to my auntie's house because I was chilling, and so I did episode 2, which was Kahoot, and episode 3 was Book It. And then Quizlet, I tried to do GameKit. I was gonna do GameKit next, but GameKit didn't really have that much history to do, so I just did Quizlet. And then yesterday I made a video, episode 5, which is on Lexia or Lexia Core 5 reading. So now this is the 6th entry, and at first I was going to do Clever. Like I said in the 5th part, I was going to do Clever, and then I switched to Lexia. This time I was going to do Clever, but now I'm switching to Amplify. So, yeah, they have a pretty boring history, so it's not going to be done too far. It's not going to be too, yeah, but yeah. So let's go. So it all starts on December 3rd, 1998, and I can't really show anything on this website until like the year 2000 because it's blank. It's just like this. This is the website for December 3rd, 2000 was the first one. I mean 1998. 1999 is more the same, except that on some type of journey along the way, they changed their background to be white to red. There we go. And if you can click this and it take you to somewhere. I haven't clicked this, so it's kind of new. So it takes you to this I3S website. I don't even know what this is. But yeah, this gets you to this I3S website. So the story really starts in 2000. This is the website in 2000, March 1st. And I can't really do anything about it except for having these images. Like we got like this old man, we got these like kids from like 2000s, probably from a movie. Wherever this is, we got an old black and white photo. We got eyes and shit, and then we got whatever that is and wherever that is. And it says amplify.com when it's done. Keep in mind, like, on the modern Amplify website, they said that they had been around since 2000, and then this is what their website looked like in the new millennium. And then if I go to like 2001, it's literally the same thing. Like with the images, and I can't scroll and stuff. So I'm gonna skip 2002, 2003. It's more the same. Like can't scroll, same images. Really, we'll go to 2006. Okay. On the 2006 website, it says, thank you for visiting Amplify.com. We're excited to introduce a new technology called clipmarks. www.clipmarks.com. Just like Amplify, we collect clipmarks to help you better manage all the information you care about. Though we love Amplify, we the clipmarks is a more durable and effective solution. So any templates it can amplify down, so we can focus all resources on clipmarks. So that's the owners did something called clipmarks, and then they just didn't work on it. Let's go late 2006, maybe early 2007. It's weird. It seems like they were like, I can't even go. Oh, it redirects the click marks. So it can't go there. It redirects the click marks. So December 5th, 2006 is just click marks, and it does that. So it's completely useless. So really, the actual start of it starts in 2009. Well, okay, not this 2009. That's January, but it starts somewhere 2009, like here-ish. This gotta be May. It really starts here, by the way. So like probably not for like 11 years. It just it was kind of like filler shit. And then now, this is where it gets really into what Amplify is kind of today. And I think out of all their design changes, they only went through 2 logos. Well, if you want to count this one, then yeah, but this one of them goes a click mark, so they just went back in. There's a beta thing. It's probably an Amplify logo right here, but it's not showing. Oh no, this is the Amplify logo. This is the old Amplify logo from 2009-ish. So where is sharing Twitter, Facebook, or anything else, everything you Amplify links back to your click log. Exactly what people want to read and shit. Yeah. So I don't even know what this is, but let's go to 2010s. Oh, okay. So this is the website in 2010. It's kind of a mess right now. They got bit.ly, Twitter, Facebook, wherever this is. Thing is Tumblr. Oh, Preposterous, Tumblr, Friend Feed, and there's even this icon. Then it's just Twitter and Facebook. When you hover over the things, it says Tumblr and Friend Feed. But go here and it doesn't hover. Doesn't even work. And at Twitter, yeah, it doesn't. So the first 3 just doesn't work, and then the other 2 can work. When bit.ly, it's already in the logo, but you can go bit.ly. Now, we got Diane Rayfield, future users, Shonai Burke, Dr. Aaron Perlute, Dave Peckins, follow Becca. Oh, I know, Becca, and then Jill Foster. So, was this like a social kind of thing? Maybe it's like a social kind of thing back then. So let's go to. Hold on. There you go. November. November is 2012. Or October is 2012. This is where this is where they get into the modern logo, and this is the second logo and current one. And the logo that I'm talking about is this one. It's really small, but it is gonna be the logo. And we got like news, like Apple dropped an iPad mini on rivals. On today's survey, teacher forces us to experience more open and change. So it's like surveys and shit. I don't know does this really work? Ruffle, come on. Damn, Ruffle doesn't even work. Okay. 2014. God dang, this takes so long, dude. Okay, here we go. There's this like little symbol right here. What is that? Wait, Amplify announces a new tablet designed by Intel Education in our groundbreaking digital curriculum, Amplify ELI. They had a tablet? They had a tablet at one point? Like, they literally took the time to, make a tablet. Like, what the hell? Damn, this is like the old Android. I think it's like Android 3. Like that. Oh, man. But like this, bluish hue, that's gotta be Android 3. It's not Android 4 for it to be like Kit Kat, but it's Android 3. Possibly 2 if I'm wrong. There is Amplify access. Tablet's crazy though. Even in 2026, it's still out on this motherfucker. They probably got updates and shit. Look, Detour. I want to see 2019. This is a Detour, but I want to see what they would do. I want to see what. No, this is page one found. Never mind. guess that didn't go far. Right, there's a peak right here in 2015. Around December-ish, so let's see. Let's find out what peak. What was big in 2014? Or 2015, not bad. Okay, this is kind of botched, but big ass search logo. Big ass triangle, like got the swivel. Chris Kitty 8, ELA, ELD, King Cornell Drinker's Challenge. Look out for me since all levels. Okay, it's kind of like boring stuff, but still big ass search icon. You know, let's give a couple years. Let's go. Let's start going from 2015 to 2019. Or not, because it gives me a 503 service unavailable. So maybe they was down. 2020. But there's games. On 2015 was there's games on. 2022. Come on. Damn. This is when this happened. Okay, fine. We'll go to 2017. Damn, not even that. Okay, can I go back at least like 2015 and see if it works there? Because I feel like it's kind of blocking it. Yeah, it's blocking it. Okay, we're gonna travel to the 2014 website and then go to 2019. Okay, finally. What is CKLA? This one's kind of botched too. Thank you. Si possiede conceptio e at labortis. Enen un lio quam belintisque onere semla signa quam veninalis vestibilum goes. I butchered that really bad. I know that. This one is just botched. Like 2022. Okay, fine. Guys gotta go to the 2014 website and then do 2022. And then after this, I'll go to 2024 because that I can't even go to 2022. So 2024. 2024 was when I got to Amplify, and I'll tell you this. We're not gonna get to this website, are we? Fine. We're just gonna do amplify.com. So alright, this is the Amplify website as of today, which is April 22nd, 2026. So it says building great learning experiences with teachers since 2000. So, and also Amplify Desmos Math. So I'm guessing that I named math in this bitch, but yeah, fuck. 6, and they got all the U.S. states, 8,000 school districts, and 18 million student teachers worldwide. I still don't know what the CKLA is. They just Amplify Desmos Math, which I'm guessing they just do math. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, they reached their 25th anniversary, as y'all already know. They reached it in 2025, since the website really had like a beginning of 2000, And actually, the rest of it had beginning in like 2009 ish. But I'll give it cousin so I can add that like that's because like the website as a whole and not like just like gibberish mess with censored images really started in 2000. So they literally started in 2000. So maybe they're still owned by the same company to this day. So yeah, that's it. So I guess let's move on. So how did I get into Amplify? Well, this actually is a really good story, and I want to share it to you. So, picture this. It's 2024. You just got back from 5th grade, and it's 2024 around August. You literally just got fresh out 5th grade, and you had 2 months of your freedom just to do whatever you want. So now you're in 6th grade. In 6th grade, shit can happen. Like, fights, like disrespect, shit can happen. But in that year, 6th grade year, my ELA teacher introduced us to Amplify, and basically, I first thought, okay, maybe it's like a good, cool program, but then I grew to hate it just as much as everyone else. Because yes, I go with the idea that I was going for, like it was too tedious. And I think we did like one where we was like researching about the Titanic and shit. We did one where we was doing Greek mythology, and we did one where we was talking about what was the other one? I forgot. But only one was a no. I could call my Google Slides right now, but I'm not gonna like expose my teacher's name. But the only ones that I know are the Titanic one and the Greek mythology one. The Titanic one was probably the most chillest one because it was actually, pretty interesting. Sorry. I learned like the accounts like some people who survived or like, secondary point of views. It was good. It was good. So, yeah. In 6th grade, we hated it. And in 7th grade, we had to do this again, but there was a reason why. It's because, yeah, it was a test. So, like, in 6th grade, 2024, they released Amplify into the wild. In the 2024 to 2025 school year at my district, at my school. They released it out in the wild, literally, in that school year. And then now, it seems as like, I'm guessing teachers, definitely not students, who say like it was like a good success, they're not implementing it further into school. And actually is working, because like my 7th grade ELA teacher, I'm not kidding, like almost like 90%, almost like 85 to 90% of like the whole entire, 80 to 90% of the whole entire year was just Amplify related. With the other 15 to 10% just being anything else. And now we're actually getting to like a book, so like yeah. And this was also one day that was on like, my assessment test, and yes, assessment test started for me. So yeah, I'm in the matrix now, but anyway, there was one thing in the assessment test that wasn't really there, but we didn't really learn it, and that's like stuff like subject verb agreement and like other stuff like that. Basically, kindergarten shit. I mean, it's been so long since I've been to kindergarten. I think I've been in kindergarten in 2018, 2017. And even worse, I've been to an early childhood center like 2015-ish. So I have a good history with school in mind, even if the ECC does not count. So, yeah. Like, if we learned this like kindergarten, 1st grade, it's been like 7 to 8 years since I learned that bitch. And I honestly, I do not know how to do it. So, yeah. But thankfully, it wasn't really on the CAT test, which we did. It wasn't really on the CAT test as often. I think there was only one question in the whole entire thing that actually needed to do that. I think it was like question 20 or 40. No, it's question 20. That's the only thing. It was like question 20 or question 38. And yeah. So Amplify, it's just all about reading. It's like if you read past, like it's like basically Amplify is just forcing us to just and read some more. And yes, while that does like do like good things, like it still doesn't build like skills, like trying to figure out what's wrong with like the sentence and shit. Like I think even IXL had a basic decency. As much of a bad, word as it is, even had a basic decency to have like assignments where fix the sentence. They literally had that. At least IXL had a basic decency. If I could give one dub for IXL, that's gonna be a dub. Amplify doesn't even do that. It gets 0 dubs other than for reading, but like 0 dubs. You don't do any sort of like like fixing like grammar, fixing punctuation, and fixing your spelling. You don't do that. Instead, you just read. It's just like perfectly put together by like good people who actually know how to do things. In 7th grade, we actually did more, and there's more I can remember. We did. So we read about this this Chinese lady, just Chinese girl who had like a really like kind of rough life in when China was like still like communist, I think. And it's called Red Scarf Girl, which was really good. Then we did like something from like a 1950s and 60s thing. I forgot what it was, but if one line it was like, "Damn my eggs, did all the eggs there ever was." That's one line. Just look it up. Then the next one we did was, I think it was about Phineas Gage. So it was like Phineas Gage, like his head trauma and shit, and how he acts like a goddamn toddler, and then he just died like a long time later after the injury happened. And then after that, I think we did like something about like Frida Kahlo, about like a relationship with like a fucking damn near pedophile. I mean, Frida was really 18 when she dated like a man named like I forgot, but let's be honest, that's pedophile behavior. And since then, we haven't really done Amplify. We're just reading passages now with no like no complicity. Just all you gotta do is just read. All you gotta do is just read, and then just answer questions. That's it. Like it's so easy that I can literally do it at home if I want to, but I just don't want to because I want to enjoy shit. So if I were to rate Amplify, I would rate it a 1 out of 10 because first of all, my school shouldn't really have accepted this. Like the teacher should have said like it was kind of bad. Students weren't really liking it, and then that should have been enough for Amplify to be like, okay, well, yeah. And also in 6th grade, I gave like some like Amplify employees came in, and I was watching this, and then like they asked for any suggestions, and then I suggested that hey, you should add like a dark mode because dark mode users like you can see I'm using dark mode right now in this video. So like dark mode is like the logical choice, and to this day they still haven't added dark mode. Not even one feature. It's just light mode. Not so I don't give a fuck if it's daytime when you're doing this. Make it dark mode for the love of God. But anyway, yeah, I would go 1 out of 10 because it's tedious and it doesn't really give you the skills for like other things like fixing grammar and punctuation. I think Amplify was like so boring that like it rotted the brains to kids in my class, and I was the only one who got like the vaccine and was immune to it because I've been through countless like boring lectures, boring programs before, to the point where I'm just immune to it, and no matter how boring it is, I still just do it and shit. But other people are not so lucky. They either A, never really experienced it, or B, like get back to back, like trauma where they're like, I just don't want to do work and shit. So yeah, I guess my advice to you is yeah, just try not to be bored, and if you are bored, just try not to let it affect your grades. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.